Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wolf's Den today. Today we're fortunate enough to have the Saunders brothers in the house. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good day, Wayne. How's the world?
Hello, Wayne.
Oh, my. The world is good.
Excellent.
Excellent. So, guys, how's the music business treating you these few
We're
days?
trillionaires. We're making so much money. This might be the last show we ever have to do.
I kind of
Just
figured.
Like all millionaires.
I figured that was.
We're only
way
doing
that
it for the
was
trills.
going. You're only doing it for the trills.
That's
are
why
ya?
we're trillionaires.
Yeah.
But no, I mean we're having a lot of fun. We had a good last couple of years with another album out, our third, and last year we ended up touring around the province quite a bit and had a lot of fun. And this year we're warming up for a good-looking summer too. So yeah, we're having lots of fun.
Well, that's good. Every time I see you, you're always having fun. Now, you know, guys, you've done something that I think is absolutely fantastic, and I think other bands should take note of it. And I hope that it doesn't interfere with your gigs.
You talking about the drinking? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, that too.
Oh, okay.
But mostly, I'm talking about the gigs you guys do at campgrounds.
Ah, yes.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Like, how did you start doing that? And what was the catalyst that started it? And how do you stop the train?
Well, it's interesting. We were looking at, we were talking to Music Nova Scotia and saying we're trying to find, Halifax is such a powerhouse place for music, and there's less and less places to play. And we do a lot of private parties and corporate. So we said, what are we going to do to hit the road this summer? So we thought, well, we'd done a couple of local campgrounds. So we talked to them at the Wayside Campground and said, could we take this out and try it around the province? So last year, I think we hit 24 different campgrounds. And we just said, well, we're going to go in and try it out and see how it works. Now, this summer we'll be going to some of them, not all of them, and some new ones too. But we wanted to go in really sort of saying, will you partner with us? Can we do a pass the hat type thing and you pay a small amount off the front and see how it goes? And I would say, we sold a lot of CDs and a lot of people had some fun. So we saw a lot of part of the provinces, some small roads I haven't seen in a long time too.
And I think the oddest part was some of the places that we played last summer that we didn't personally think they were that successful.
Yeah.
Are the ones that are begging us to come back this year. It's like if we don't gas you guys back this year, they're going to mutiny us. But it's been, I guess it's really been a learning experience in doing those because the campground attitude is set by the people who run it, and if the people who run the place get what we're doing, it's usually a big success.
Yeah.
It's the ones that sit us out in the middle of a football field and say go to it. And, it's like, well, there's nobody around us for 100 yards, and we're supposed to entertain them.
We need to be close to people, as you know, because we need to drag them up on stage and
Well,
make fun of them. So,
that's
yeah.
it.
A lot of interaction.
I think that's probably one of the things that I love the most about your guys' show is that it is that interactive. And I think the other thing that I really enjoy and that I love about your show is that you guys really don't take yourselves all that serious.
Well, you can't. You absolutely can't. As I say, there's so many great bands here on the East Coast. It's amazing how many great bands.
Do you know how many serious musicians are unemployed? And then that's my point is that you can go into this dedicated to say that I'm going to be the best artist there ever was, and that's a wonderful idea and thought process to follow along, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make money. And we're kind of partial to that.
Yeah.
Well, you got to eat.
You've seen us.
Yes, you're both healthy-looking guys here, so I'm figuring there's got to be.
Healthy means fat on the radio. Healthy means fat. Well,
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that. I know that, but I think the art is there, and if you're having fun and enjoying yourself, that's great. But I believe musicians should be paid for what they're bringing to the party. And it's really, the thing is, so many musicians love to do it, and they'll do it for nothing. That doesn't mean we should. I think, and the only people who are going to be able to stand up for that are musicians. And, if you have to think a little bit differently and go do a different kind of show or find a different way in, or that's a campground, a different avenue to reach the public, then try that. But it's our responsibility as musicians to find a way to make a buck out of this, because it's tough.
Yeah. Well, that's it. There's lots of guys that say I can't get a gig, but you guys said, hey, we're going to make a gig.
That's what we did.
Yeah, that's what we had to do, because I think we counted, last time we sat down, it was 45 or 47 places that we played in our lifetime that no longer exist.
Yeah.
In the city. Pubs and clubs and that kind of stuff, because that's not where the market is anymore.
That's it. So, gentlemen, talking about music, you've got 3 CDs out. Your latest CD is called Singles.
Yes. Yep.
And awesome CD. There's a song on there about going to become very prolific here in the next couple of weeks for the eastern side of the province because it's called Dumping Day and it's all about lobster fishing and it's a song you guys wrote about.
It's not about relationships, yes. It's about lobsters, yes.
And then we're also going to listen to another song called Ocean Blue. Now, you guys are from around the water, so there's a lot of influence in your music around water and stuff like that. You've been a captain on a ship for how many years?
20 years.
Yeah. And so, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little music interlude here, and we're going to listen to Dumping Day and Ocean Blue by the Saunders Brothers off their album Singles, right here on CIOE 97.5, your community radio station.
Morning, Mr. Manuel. Graham says the coffee is on. Get in your gear, we got bait to break up, and you know we're pulling out before dawn. And it's dark when you leave, and it's dark coming back. Past over Castle and Hollowbed Rock, and the fish cop is waiting there in his truck with a spyglass out on the bay. Hey, it must be dumping day. Hello there, Mr. Morash. We're steaming up past Paddy's Head. Your gloves and your pants are all dried off, and they're hanging upstairs in the shed. With draft piled high and coiled buoy lines, wait for the signal and over the side. It was calling for calm winds, we left with the tide, but now it's blowing a gale. Hey, it must be dumping day. Blazing Frelics, McRae's and Ryers, neighbors and drinkers and lovers and liars, round the breakwater and past Peggy's Point, head to the west end away. Good day to you there, Mr. Snare. Have you got a joke to tell? The vendors are lining up for a price, roadside canners to sell. The radio crackles and someone broke down. Toss him a line and then haul him around. We're all in this together, brother to brother, shove off with no delay. Hey, it must be dumping day. Hey, it must be dumping day. On to I was born by the sea. The waves came crashing in on me, just like the ocean, always in motion, restless and free. Oh, I was born by the sea, where the waves kept crashing in on me, just like the ocean, always in motion, restless and free. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. I'm working and paying my dues. But wherever I roam, I'm always at home, 'cause I've got the ocean blues. Traveled some cities, been in some towns where the world tried putting me down. So like the ocean, I just stayed in motion, restless and free. Oh, roll! I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. I'm working and paying my dues. But wherever I roam, I'm always at home, 'cause I've got the ocean blues. I was born by the sea, where the waves, they kept crashing in on me. Just like the ocean, I'm always in motion, restless and free. Ocean blues. Now just like the ocean, lot of mowers in motion, restless and free.
Welcome back to the Wolf's Den, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Saunders brothers in the studio with us today.
Down.
We have to give them we just finished giving them a little treat. Guys, Dumping Day and Ocean Blue off of your album Singles now. Singles, that's got a lot of history behind it. There's a lot of people that kind of get in on that album, wasn't there? That was down at Denmark Studios, wasn't it?
All three of the albums have been at Denmark Productions, and Dennis is just an awesome, more than a producer, he's a co-collaborator on all the songs, really, really heavily involved. And on this past album, we, for example, you just played Dumping Day. Alicia Putnam is the fiddler on there. Ocean Blues, with our drummer is Bill Bean on that particular cut.
Oh my!
Yeah, I know. Pulling out all the. Well, it's funny because we used Jeff Arsenal for a number of the cuts.
Yes.
We were thrilled to have, and Mike Evans we used in a couple. And Bill Bean, who's a good buddy of ours, said, "Are you kidding? I'm out here with these two drummers. What are you doing? Do you have Keith Moon back or something?" But yeah, we were really pleased to be able to work with some great people. As I say, Jeff is just a breeze to work with as a percussionist, really.
And it was incredible to play with Alicia in the studio, but she couldn't make the live performance. And she hooked us up with this little lady named Cassie Ann McDonald, who just came in out of nowhere and said, "Yeah, I can do that."
What a talent.
Oh, what a talent
They're
on
both
stage.
talented
There's someone you got to see.
Yeah.
Her and her sister are just phenomenal.
Yeah, very, very talented. Candy Palmiter is on, the comedian is on
Yes.
on this album with us.
Larry Rankin, we got a Rankin.
We're gonna
You got
get
a Rankin?
I got a Rankin in, so he'll be in just a bit. So yeah, we've had him, and so yeah, we're really thrilled. And Christine Campbell also does a feature song for us on that's one of our originals. So yeah, we were really jazzed to have so many, it's such a variety of people playing on the album.
And
it covers up the fact that we don't have a whole lot of talent, you know.
Yeah, we're going to invite friends in.
Here, you guys come in and play this album.
Yeah,
We'll call
that's
it ours.
Yeah, that's it.
But now also the songs that are on the album, the people and the places and the names that are all mentioned, those are all people that are in your life as well.
Well, Dumping Day in particular, everybody mentioned in the song and all the family names are people that I actually fished with in my lifetime. And, it's a fairly factual. The funniest thing about the song that most people don't understand is that when I'm talking about the radio screaming and somebody broke down, well, 5 years ago on the first day, that was us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was us that was out there in the middle of the bay screaming for someone to come help us.
Someone come and help you.
Yeah. So everybody that knows it, it's like a little inside joke. It's like, well, you can scream all you want. You were the fellas out there.
But now, taken away from the music, you guys grew up down in the Bay.
Yep.
Indian Harbor, right next to Peggy's Cove.
Yeah. And seen a lot of changes over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, and I think it's changes for the good in my view. It used to be a place of very traditional families, and it wasn't a place when we grew up that had a whole lot of money. So, it's changed. There are still the traditional families there, but there's some interesting new people and a lot of creative people. And I tell you, you want a place for a focus of artists, not just musicians.
Yeah.
But there's so many awesome painters and
There's
writers.
some really nice galleries down
Oh,
that way.
just
There's the guy
amazing.
that does the stuff with the chainsaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hammocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the hammocks.
Yeah.
And Andrea's studio was down there for years.
Awesome talent.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's-
Awesome talent.
Yeah.
We mentioned the song Dumping Day. That's actually going to be featured in a book that an author is writing about the fishing industry, about lobstering in Nova Scotia, and she lives right down there too. So
Wow.
yeah, a lot of talent around.
We talk about that here all the time on this show, is the amount of talent.
Yeah,
And the amount of collaboration and how eager and willing people are to help another musician with their project.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's got to be one of the most giving professions there is.
It's one of the few places that I can say that you could probably call a Juno winner this afternoon in the province and they would show up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
can
I'm
tell
saying?
you right now that if you were to get a hold of a Juno nominee guy like J.P. Cormier,
Exactly.
and say you
That's
had
what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
There's people like that around here. It's like all they need is a phone call and a little inspiration, and they'd be there.
Yeah.
So
What happened like a week or so ago? Who was playing down in at the Rhubarb, and they I forget who it was.
Was it Jody?
it was Jody.
Jody,
Yeah,
it was Jody.
Yeah.
Jody
And
Bastian. Yeah.
And she called Terry and said, I forgot my music stand. And so through Danny Banfield, who also
Yeah.
played on our album,
Yeah.
we got a music stand. So Terry rushes down to me, gets the music stand, rushes up, and they put the show on.
Yeah.
So but they'd do the same for us. So yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and that's it. I've seen people come on Facebook and say, "Help!
Yeah.
I left my capo at
Yeah.
home. Has anybody got anybody
Yeah.
close that's got a capo?"
Yeah, absolutely.
And all of a sudden the thing lights up and it's
There's 12 capos.
we'll be there in 5 minutes. Where are you?
I don't need one for every fresh, but thank
Yes,
you.
but thank you anyway. Yeah, but come and see the show.
Absolutely.
Oh, the other song that you've got lined up there off of the first album is one of our comedy songs as well. That's I Love You, but
I love you, but then I ain't too bright. That includes some face slapping in it. So
Oh, well, there
that's some
you go.
talented face slapping. And Weather Girl, we're very happy to say that it made it up to a regional finalist in the CBC Searchlight contest last year. So
That's
sort of-
right, too,
Sort
yeah,
of jazzed about that.
And you did a little thing on, was it Global?
Well, we've been on Global with that. Yeah, Alex Hayter. Last St.
Hater.
Last St. Patty's Day, she was crazy enough. She said, "I'd like to get you guys to come on, but you have to sing Weather Girl to me." So we went on with her, and she played the spoons, and it was the best looking the band was for a long time. No, and she was great sports. And since then it's been funny. Cindy Day has heard the song, and
Peter Code.
has heard the song.
Yeah.
And he said it mentioned a couple of times. You're not mentioning me in there at all, sort of a thing. So we got to have fun. You got to have fun. with it.
Exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to Weather Girl, and we're also going to listen to I Love You, but then I Ain't Too Bright.
Oh.
So we're going to hear those right now on CIOE, your community radio station, 97.5.
The newscast says this where the girl whose love I've always sought turns my head all cloudy and my heart is in a knot. Tonight she even teased me that my weekend would be hot. I'm in love with the weather girl. She's on the air at 5 o'clock. It is my favorite hour. Smile, it is so radiant, it caused my fields to flower. Tonight she even teased me that by 10 we're in a shower. I'm in love with the weather girl. My lonely nights are over, skies are clear, and I'm surmising that all my days are sunny, things are bright on my horizon. All she does is smile and my temperature starts rising, 'cause I'm in love with the weather girl. All you single fellas who are out there on the hunt, get yourself a weather girl, I'm sorry to be blunt, but round about 11 she might show you her warm front. I'm in love with the weather girl. Hey, she was just mentioning that this weekend she's looking forward to 30 centimeters. I don't know if I can drop by that many times. My lonely nights are over, skies are clear, and I'm surmising all the days are sunny, things are bright on my horizon. All she does is smile and my temperature starts rising, 'cause I'm in love with the weather girl. All you single fellas who are out there on the hunt, get yourself a weather girl, I'm sorry to be blunt, but round about 11 she might show you her warm front. I'm in love with the weather girl. Hey, she just mentioned that later on in the newscast she's going to be showing us all of her hot spots. I'm looking forward to that. I'm in love with the weather girl, yes, Earl. I'm in love with the weather girl. She makes my toes curl. I'm in love with the weather girl. Oh, about 5 o'clock, I gotta be turning you on. You stomp on my heart every morning. You crush all my dreams every night. You mangle my hopes through the daytime. I love you, but then I ain't too bright. Remember the day that we married. Till death do us part, that's what I said. So each night I sit with my bottle and pray by the morning I'll be dead. You stomp on my heart every morning. You crush all my dreams every night. You mangle my hopes through the daytime. I love you, but then I ain't too bright. Well, you don't like my habits or haircut. You mentioned that I'm not well groomed. Why don't we go for a ride, dear? I'll take the car and you can take your broom. You stomp on my heart every morning. You crush all my dreams every night. Oh yeah, you mangle my hopes through the daytime. I love you, but then I ain't too bright. All right. You know what, boy? You're a hell of a lot better at picking guitar than you are women. But I think how my life might be different. My dad said, don't quit, boy, just wait. But Jack Daniels impaired my judgment. You prove it, you shouldn't drink and date. You stomp on my heart every morning. You crush all my dreams every night. You mangle my hopes through the daytime. I love you, but then I ain't too bright. Well, I guess you two could have done better and had a man smart, oh well, crush all my dreams every night. Oh yeah, you mangled my hopes through the daytime. I love you, but then I ain't too bright. You stomp on my heart every morning. You crush all my dreams every night. You mangled my hopes through the daytime. I love you, but then I ain't to love you, but then I ain't to love you, but then I ain't too bright. Boy, you're just plain dumb.
And we're back. Welcome back to the den, ladies and gentlemen. Today with the Saunders brothers. Guys, not only do you do funny stuff, you do serious stuff, but you also do gospel.
Well, yeah, we a few years ago we decided to do for our little church in New
Okay, you get it straight first.
What?
The organist passed away, and Dad looked at us and said, "You've been playing for years.
Get to the church.
Yeah, it's about time you did something for us."
Yeah, so we did an album that was a fundraiser for the Indian Harbor Community Church at that time, and we tried to again involve people. We involved some of the kids from the church.
The kids choir in there.
Yeah, and actually one of the songs we have coming up, Fishers of Men, actually features the kids in the kids choir. So yeah, we do gospel. It's not our bread and butter, but I think good music is good music. It could be gospel, could be rock, could be rap. If it's well done and you're having fun with it, I think it's all viable. And it gave us a chance to stretch our songwriting skills just to try something a little bit different too. So we enjoyed the project.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. We made some money for the church. It gave us an opportunity to do, like I said, an aspect of something that we were raised with that we never did a lot of. So that's why the album's called Gospel-ish, because it's definitely
As close as we get to
Saunders Brothers
Jesus.
show.
Yeah, that's
As close as we
yeah.
can get to Jesus. Yeah.
You can see him from the road.
Yeah. Well, he waved at us as we drove by, but that's not the point. So Fishers of Men is the old song plus Blessings, which is part of a new song that I wrote that went with the Fishers of Men, and basically it's another fishing song. And then the one after that,
Fire of My God in My Eyes is actually we're very proud that that's placed very well in a number of international songwriting contests, and it is probably our most serious song. The Fire of My God in My Eyes is recognizing your own internal strength as you're facing addiction, and we all face different kinds of addiction.
Yes, we all have our vices.
We all have our vices, so that's what.
why are
that
you guys
song
looking
is
at me?
about. So that's what that song's about.
We
Well-
all have our voices and there's thumbs going there.
Yeah, we're just keep everybody's pointing at you. But growing up in a small community, like you said, the church is, a lot of the times that's the corner post of the community.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've been fortunate enough actually to be down to your little church
Yeah.
when you've been playing there, and to listen to the children's choir. Actually, that was the reason that I went,
Yes.
was to hear the choir. Well, and the food afterwards wasn't bad either.
The fish cakes.
Yeah, the fish cakes were really, really good. But no, I'm just amazed at the sense of community that's down there. And actually, the sense of community that's everywhere is in Nova Scotia.
Yes, absolutely.
But that little piece of heaven down there, I mean, we mentioned the campgrounds and stuff like that. And like you said, one of the ones that you started at was at Wayside. And
Indeed.
And we all know that that's a great little spot to go for just relaxing, or the sunsets, or even the music. And I don't know. I'm just so happy that you guys decided to do what you did. Like we talked about earlier, there is such a big music community
Rich.
here,
Yeah.
and it's so full, and it's so nice and refreshing to hear somebody that said, you know what? Yeah, it's a really tough market out there.
Yeah.
But guess what? Nobody's doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we will.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really look at it from a perspective of a performance point of view. We try to write good songs that fit in well, and we try to work on our craft and perform them really well. But we look at the attitude of just having fun, breaking down that wall between the performers and the audience, because as you know, there's more of our songs people are on stage than not.
Well, that's it.
So,
I mean, usually it's the Saunders brothers plus 20. Can you play that thing? No? Good. Get up here.
Well, actually, if you can't, somebody will say to us, hey, Bob's a pretty good singer. That's good. We'll get him up to play the ugly stick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It always amazed me how many guitars and accordions and everything else are stuck in the closet in this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And I would I would bet on every second house.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, mine's got a couple of guitars that are stuck in the closet, but they're coming out. They're going to be refurbished and to refit, and I'm going to get them back in work.
Wayne's guitars are coming out of the closet. You
There
heard
you
it
go.
first.
You
right
heard
here.
it right here. Yes. All right, ladies and
Find the
gentlemen.
G-string.
We're going to listen to a couple gospelish songs here from the Saunders brothers. First one is called Fishers of Men, and the second one is called Fire of My God in My Eyes, right here on CIOE.
Blessings to the early risers and those who set the seed and put themselves in God's hands every day. You may see them bow to the rising sun, but westerly and warm is what they pray. They are the last of our gathering past, camaraderie of friends and mates. They all know and understand the value of a helping hand. Wouldn't we all be better off that way? And I will make you fishers of men. Your back will break, but your heart will mend. When you see clear sky and you say amen, then you will be fishers of men. Open your up with your boots, hat and gun, box of bait and traps and trolls and line. Life's built on faith and trust and held together with paint and rust. You always seem to be 2 months behind. Try to be determined, wise, brave and true, as you head out on the storms of every day. An eye out for your brother and a light on for the lost, and a spirit who will guide you across the bay. And I will make you fishers of men. Your back will break, but your heart will mend. When you see clear sky and you say amen, then you will be fishers of men. I was down and discouraged, out of hope, out of courage. I had gambled and lost through my I noticed a spark flicker deep in my eyes with a warmth that would not be denied. And I kindled the spark till it burst into flames with the fire of my God in my eyes. Yes, of course, I had doubts. I've been so long without my relationships just uninspired. Then I heard you'll find wealth once you first love yourself, and the spark it ignited a fire. Then I noticed a spark flicker deep in my eyes with a warmth that would not be denied. And I kindled the spark till it burst into flames with the fire of my God in my eyes. Now a cynic might say, good that you found your way, but for me, I'm too old. It's too late. But if this veteran sinner can proclaim I'm a winner, feel your peace, find your God, change your fate. And you notice a spark flicker deep in your eyes with a warmth that will not be denied. As you kindle the spark till it burst into flames with the fire of your God in your eyes. Trust the fire of your God in your eyes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Saunders brothers in the Wolf Den today. Gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping in today. I really appreciate it. And why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown of where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing in the next few months?
Well, we're going to hopefully have some fun with the residents of the Maritimes. We're playing a few gigs at Oak Island Inn. We're doing a lot of corporate gigs this spring. So
Good.
if you're a corporation and you want a different kind of event, please give us a call or check us out on either Facebook or on our website, SaundersBrothersShow.com. And we really love doing the corporate ones, because what we do is we get them up on stage with us the whole time, and we'll ask them in advance, Mr. Organizer, who can we make fun of? So they'll go around and harvest the list for us to put funny hats on and put spoons in their hands. So we're doing quite a few corporates. We're doing a pub night in Peggy's Cove at the Southwester, 23rd of April. And this summer we're going to be we're going to be at the Shelburne Fair. We're going to be at the Big X in Bridgewater. We're going at Lobster Fest in Digby this year for the first time. So that looks like a whole no.
Do they pay in lobster?
It's funny you mentioned that, because there's a guy offered us there a couple of years ago. He said he had a big gig for us, and he said, "Well, this is what we charge." He says, "No, we're having a pig roast." Well, that's good, but we charge this much. No, I'm going to pay you in pig. Have you seen the three of us?
Yeah.
You better have three pigs on the go, pal.
You're going to lose that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost your money on
you
that
got
one,
lost,
buddy.
Yeah. So we're going to be at a number of exhibitions around the province. We're probably going to be visiting southern New Brunswick. A couple of things just sort of bubbling right there. And we're hoping to get out to a number of the campgrounds. I know we're going to be in Knowles Shore.
Won't be all of the ones we were at last
Won't
year,
be
but most of them.
all. We're going to be Wayside will be one of the first ones. We'll be at King Neptune. With Knoll Campground. We're going to be in Seafoam. We're going to be in Cranberry Campground. And probably in Martins River again with Dave and the gang there. So we're just sort of, that's bubbling right now, but we hope to be in a campground near you. And if you'd like us to come invade your corporate or backyard this summer, just check us out on our website. There's the plug.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, in all honesty, take that advice. If you get an opportunity to get out to one of the Saunders Brothers show, I guarantee you will not be disappointed unless you absolutely have no sense of humor whatsoever. And then I would suggest that you don't bother going.
Or you're looking for three handsome men. If you're
Yeah.
Stay home if that's,
Rog place.
So now, really and truly, this is nothing new for you guys. You've both been in radio in the past.
Both been in radio in the past, and Brian and I have been playing together since we were 13 years old in every kind of band that you can think of.
Back when the earth cooled.
Yeah. When the dinosaurs first grew guitar picks.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't talk about that today. When did you start, and how did you start, and why did you start?
Brian and I, as I said, have played with several different types of bands in our past. When Ed got out of radio and moved back to Nova Scotia 10 years ago.
2001, I think. Was
Okay,
whatever
15
that
years
is.
ago. There you go.
Yeah,
15
whatever
years
that
ago.
is. Yeah.
That's when we decided to look at the way that we could get into this and make some money and do the things that we want to do. Looked at the overall, and thinking about back then, looking at the way that people did comedy on stage, we decided to take a little bit of that, but step a little bit off to the side. Didn't have to be Lambert and James, but we could be, those kinds of guys.
McLean.
I haven't heard Lambert and James for a long time.
Well,
Those guys were funny.
Old guy.
They were
And
funny.
Tony Quinn and all those guys that I
Yeah.
grew up listening to and everything else, right? So we got the humor and the Jimmy Flynn humor. We got all of that.
Yeah.
So we're not really far removed from that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You
All I can say is, oh, my.
You got to have fun, yeah, and it's all about just getting people involved and not taking yourself too seriously and just having a blast.
which leads us to the first song.
Which is the first song. Oh yeah,
You
Well,
deserve some happiness.
You deserve some happiness too, as a tribute to all the people who have come out to play with us, and everybody in every way. A lot of from the video, a lot of it was done at the street festival that they have in Upper Town Talent up there. A lot of the people we had up there, from bank presidents to strippers. So, and I won't say which is which. So they're all up there. So you deserve. That's another one of our originals. You deserve some happiness too, and get off your ass and dance. I should say Jeff is the drummer on that one, and I think everybody played.
Larry Rankin's in that.
Yeah.
Alicia Putnam's on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, get off your ass and dance is just as it is. That's our tribute to our Newfoundland roots. Our parents are from Newfoundland.
Yes.
And the
So-
video is incredible because you get to watch Alicia dance as well, because she just walked in and, okay, there's the fiddle part. Well, you want step dancing? Click, 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 click.
So we put a piece of plywood in the floor in the studio, and she stepped dancing.
And she
We-
stepped.
we-
Oh, my goodness.
That's her stomping at the end of this song.
I tell you, look, you guys are just nothing more than a barrel of fun. I'm so glad you do what you do. You don't take yourselves seriously. And anybody that gets out to your show, now again, there are three of you. One of your brothers is not here today.
Yeah.
But anybody that wants to get out and see you, they can go to the Saunders Brothers website.
Yep. www.saundersbrothershow.com.
All right, and you're up for doing corporate events. You're up for doing private parties. You're up for campgrounds.
We're
anything.
playing at the White House this year.
There you
We
go.
are playing at the White House this
Yeah,
year.
who's White House?
Debbie White.
Debbie White.
One in Hackett's Cove, not the one that
Oh
not the one
my.
we tried to burn down years ago.
Oh.
So watch for us around the province. this summer.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the Saunders Brothers are for your entertainment today, and we're
Thank
going to
you,
listen.
Wayne.
We're going to listen to You Deserve Some Happiness Too, and Get Off Your Ass and Dance. Thank you so much for stopping in today, and remember, always hug the ones you love. This is Wayne Snare in the Wolf's Den on CIOE 97.5.
I could use a nice clean car, new strings from my old guitar, cold one at my favorite bar, maybe two. How about a friendly face, now and then a warm embrace, strong enough to give me space and always be true. I deserve some happiness too.
Starts to rumbling with the drawn of its guitar. Terry Mann's a mandolin to liven up the bar. Brian breaks the ball, run out the party to enhance. And someone shouts, their time's about, get off your ass and dance. There's jumping and bumping and thumping and humping and lumping across the floor. The bogey cranks another round, the crowd calls out for more. Partners are swinging and all heads are singing, you might as well take a chance. There's no point sitting there alone, get off your ass and dance. Oh! Look, it's Larry. Hey, lads. What up, just stand there with your jaws hanging open, crank off a verse.
Right! The boys are rattling on the spoons, the gals on tambourines. A beauty's on the ugly stick, the best you've ever seen. Your man is on a washboard tie, his fingers they do prance. Hey you, there's more room on the floor, get off your ass and dance. There's jumping and bumping and thumping and humping and lumping across the floor. The barkeep cranks another round, the crowd calls out for more. Partners are swinging and all hands are singing, you might as well take a chance. There's no point sitting there alone, get off your ass and dance. Hey!
Your friends and neighbors, call up your family too.
For if you're 9 or 90, there's a dance floor here for you.
Get on your bib and tacker,
Get on your party pants,
come share a keg and shake a leg.
get off your ass and dance. There's jumping and bumping and thumping and humping and lumping across the floor. The barkeep cranks another round, the crowd calls out for more. Partners are swinging and all hands are singing, you might as well take a chance. There's no point sitting there alone, get off your ass and dance. There's jumping and bumping and thumping and humping and lumping across the floor. The barkeep cranks another round, the crowd calls out for more. Partners are swinging and all hands are singing, you might as well take a chance. There's no point sitting there alone, get off your ass and dance. Get off your ass and dance. Get off your ass and dance.
What do we do now?